but
I bet it'll be even sooner.
it keeps moving up now, doesn't it, honey? Doesn't that shit keep moving up on you? So, speaking of which, I mean, are the Chris, and he says there are so many shows coming. Oh, Todd is like, let me tell you something if you don't like me. It's kind of like what I say. It's like, let me tell you something. You're going to be seeing me in your worst dreams. We have 5 shows coming. Me and Julie, Airbnb. The kids are doing this. But the original show is back in that trailer. Sign me up. Sign me up. You still hate on the Chrisleys?
Yes. I
You're
feel
not.
terrible for Julie. I feel so bad. Julie in those videos looks like a changed human, a wounded puppy.
She said, screw you, Sarah. She says that she is not changed, that there's no divorce, that she's as happy as can be, and she will never be getting a divorce.
I think what other choice does she have with Todd? Like Todd seems like one of those people you are never going to get away from. Like once you are in Todd's grip, for whatever reason, Todd is never going to come out as gay. He's never going, I'm sure probably part of his Southern beliefs or whatever. And Julie's part of that scheme. Like I don't think he's ever going to let her go. And I think Julie has that easygoing personality. And what is she going to do? Lose Chloe, lose her kids, lose. Look what they've done to Lindsay. I mean, look what,
Lose the
Alexis
last
Goldie,
name.
the ex daughter-in-law who we had on the show. You know what he tried to do to her. I mean, you think Julie would be exempt? Like, no, Julie's in it. That's the price she's gonna
Now,
pay. But, it will be interesting. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a huge hit, but I think that could go either way.
Sarah, are you trying to imply that my wife and I are not going to make it through this tough time? By the way, I don't know if you saw my recent interview where I said this is a much harder experience now that we're out than when we were in the prison. Did you see my newest interview? This is the tough part
You
now.
lie so much. You're so full of shit. For the year or two that you were in jail, you did nothing but have your daughter come on her podcast and whine and cry. And oh, the jail conditions were so bad. And then you've come out and you did nothing but sit there and eat Wendy's and stuff your face and suck a dick every day. Get out of here. I mean, you're so full of shit. But
It's,
karma never look. He'll get what's coming to him. He started.
Excuse me, Sarah. First of all, I would like to go back to one fact that I think you're
Sure.
overlooking.
Okay.
Everyone in the United States of America, where I live, with my wife Julie and my son Grayson, and my other son Chase and my daughter Savannah. I don't have no more kids. They are all dead to me. But I would like to say one thing. Everyone in the United States is entitled to a trial by their peers, and you are innocent until proven guilty. I had a trial and I looked over and I saw people wearing Crocs and shirts from Kmart. I saw H&M jeans and I saw sweaters that were from Zara. I did not see one person on the jury wearing Gucci. I saw no Louis and I saw no Balmain. Now, if I'm going to be tried by my peers on a jury, I expect cashmere, I expect a Gucci, and I expect people to be wealthy. I did not see one famous person. If you want to try me by a jury, you can have Oprah on that podcast on that jury. You can even have Britney Spears. You can have Gayle King and Kelly Ripa. They're all rich. I'll be tried by them any day. But I am not going to be chastised to a prison by a bunch of poor people when I'm wealthy and I wear Gucci. That was not a fair trial, Sarah.
Do you really, what do you like about watching them?
Wow, I have a new impression here. Move over, Morgan Wade. But that is what he said. He literally
I know,
said,
but what do you find appealing about them? He's such a dude.
I find the authenticity in your at times delusion, love or hate. I really don't think it's an act. I think Todd is Todd. I agree with you. Is this the same person that apparently was crying every day in the jail and the roof was falling down and you were getting asbestos poisoning? How is this man? I mean, I would just be like, "Ah, I don't care if I would take every opportunity to make up for the 3 years I lost in my life. But I mean, man, I would just be thrilled to be kiss the ground that I walk on every day. Like, I don't know. I don't know. When you're again, I go back to when you're sitting there and you think you have 9 more years left, and the door opens and they're like, "Get out of here, Chrisley. Go pick up your belongings. Savannah's at the front." I would be like, "What?"
Vienna's at the front.
She also said living with her parents is a challenge since they've gotten out of jail. We're all under one roof, and it's great. I love it. I would have begged for this a year ago. It's a lot. It's a lot. So
But
she
now I'm moving out.
apparently, well, she's not there yet. Sarah, stop trying to break up my family. I mean, I also don't see you in a Gucci sweater today, Sarah, so I don't know who you are.
And guess what? I haven't been in jail. I'm not on trial. I'm not being investigated by the FBI, which is a fabulous feeling. Guess what? You know what's a great feeling? Not
Yes,
having
ma'am.
the FBI trying to interview my family members. That's a wonderful, not being on the FBI's radar in any capacity
Well,
is
as
lovely. Guess what? I sleep so well at night. So
well,
well.
as I told my son Grayson, I cannot. I mean, I can continue to apologize for something I did not do, but I cannot apologize for something that I did not do. I am an innocent man, and I cannot apologize for what I did not do. That sounds a little strange now. Would you apologize for robbing the bank down the street from your house when you didn't do it, when you're here on the podcast? Could you do that, Sarah? Apologize for something? Robbing a bank when you didn't do it? Now that sounds silly to me, don't it?
Let me
And
get. And you actually did pay your taxes, right? Isn't that what they're trying to say now that
I,
they
I,
really did file their taxes even though there's no IRS. I mean, look, he's the master of just coming out. He's going to say whatever he wants. I feel for those kids. They don't even know that they're under his spell. And Julie, I think, knows it, but I think Julie is looking at her life in the next 30 years if she has that. And I think she's looking at like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? If she left him, he would make her life. She knows what he's like. He would make her life so difficult. Um, she's in
Sarah,
gonna do the show. She's gonna not repent, and they're just gonna continue to go, oh yeah, yeah.
Sarah, I am as innocent as I am someone that has sex with my loving wife 2 times a week. And you've seen it on the show. We get busy. And I got to be honest with you. I did not care for I'm sorry, Julie. I know you're sitting next to me. I did not care for her dark hair. There will be no wife of Todd Chrisley that has a dark hair.
How
We have
insulting.
blondes.
How insulting after she fell on the sword for him. I mean, he's I just think there's probably so many layers to how this codependency continues, but I mean, give me a break. He loved jail. It was obvious. And
Well, like you said, he got the fast food and he got the dick sucked. I mean,
oh, he
probably
was in seventh heaven. I think he was having a ball working out every day
sucking the dicks for the first time in his life
and probably
freely.
there's some people that, right. I know. It's like, okay.
He's like, I'm not.
Which I don't know, no one would care. I mean, I would think it would be even better for his show if he just admitted he had sex with the guy down in Florida that was business person. But
Yeah, I mean, for all these
well, it wouldn't
interviews,
because he'd be screwed. Then Julie would have the upper hand, which she's never going to allow. So that's why he's going to deny forever.
I thought what you thought. I said she don't look happy, and he,
She looks very sad and she looks like a person who would love to change her life. But I think I've known people like that. I've known people who marry. It's why you always have to be careful who you marry because I know people who have a very passive personality and they marry somebody who is very dominant and it's so hard to get out of. And it like they might not be physically abusive or mentally abusive, but that dominant person can make that passive person do anything, go along with anything. I've seen my uncle's dynamic was very similar. And I had one uncle that, was so much fun. I mean, a good, like, a good person, but a strong personality and manipulative and could kind of get my other uncle to do a lot of things that I don't think he probably really wanted to do financially, and it's really hard. It's really hard. It's hard to get out of that.
The key is just don't lose your independence.
Well, it's spend some time and get to know a person and see how they operate in business and see how they operate with other people and see if they are obsessive. I mean, I had one, my Uncle George, who's in the leather fraternity, obsessed, probably like Todd, larger than life
OCD
personality.
like that?
Yeah. And once you're in the grips of somebody like that, they're not going to let you go. He would have never let my Uncle Tony go. He was in love with him. And even if things that he was doing were toxic or hurting their relationship or hurting their finances, I don't think my Uncle Tony could have gotten away. Like it was just so, you just have to be very very mindful of who you marry. And you have to really observe them in a lot of different lights. And when that little, gut is like, oop, wait a minute.
According to you, the key is to go to therapy before marriage.
I did that with my husband, and that's how I ended up
That's what you
marrying.
told me. See?
That's how I ended up marrying. That's when I knew he was a good person, probably a better person than I am. And I was like, okay, this is a good choice.
You
And I mean,
think,
I'm more dominant in a lot of ways than my husband is, but it's not in a way that's like all controlling or illegal or let's like do things, that skirt the law or money, that or finances, that was my uncle George slash Forge, it was just such a high life like Todd. Like, they wanted to have all this money and, be rich gays and all this. And it's like, why? For who? Like,
no. Well,
sure.
listen, a lot of the gays, it's all for show, a lot of these gays, you
Well,
know?
a lot of the straights too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but I understand that in the there's a lot of pressure in the gay community too. I think to be gay, rich, fabulous, young, jacked. I mean, it is part of your, I know. Yeah. You
It's
have a lot of
tough out
pressure in
there.
that group. Yeah. Okay. I got to go. I got to
Ah,
go to
it's a tough
acupuncture.
life, you know? Oh, good luck at the acupuncture.
Got to work on the babe.
We're saying thoughts and prayers for the baby.
Best.
Let's talk about names next time. Doherty,
Oh,
Doherty,
Gertie or Schroeder.
Doherty, Shorter, or Gray. I love, you need to choose a name
Gray.
like Doherty. Whether it's a girl or a boy, the name is Doherty. Works for both. Gray works for both. Shields works for both. Or Ford. Those are my things. Name. I want you to have waspy children. Shields, Ford, Doherty, and Gray. Those are your four names. Change the name of your current
We
child
get
and
pressure.
have three more.
We could have wasp children.
Yeah, you have to have wasp children. Ford and Shields are here for their dinner. Doherty is late, and
Dog.
Gray will not be
Doherty is
eating.
probably the one I like the best, but seems
Okay.
more
It's
masculine. Doherty
isn't it?
seems
Isn't it? No,
boys.
Doherty could be a girl, honey, too.
Well,
Shields?
and they're probably going to call her Dory, which isn't bad. I like Dory.
Oh.
Dory's kind of cute. Dory,
Oh.
you could call her Dory. I like Dory. If it was a boy, Doherty, they're probably going to call him. Yeah, they're probably going to call him Doherty. So that's not bad. That's the one I like the best.
Okay.
Ford.
Ford for a girl is hot. Ford for a guy is hot. Anybody named Ford is hot, girl or guy.
Interesting.
Shields could be a little uptight.
Yeah.
Shields could be a little uptight. Go talk to the husband
Waspy.
about Doherty. Go talk to the husband about Doherty. And Gray. Gray is like the best name possible, and you could do Grey or Gray. I don't like Grayson, just Gray for a girl, AY, and maybe EY for the